Today's video is going to be about filtration, how I keep my pond clean and healthy. Pretty simple. In the pond I have a filter inside that box right over here, and that has my filter in it. I'm going to take my plants off and show you. And I have a canister filter. I always believe when I use filters to use something bigger than what I need. That way it works better and you have less problems and there's less maintenance. I have this canister filter inside here from Marineland. Got it on sale. It was a closeout last year when I set up the tank, because primarily I'm an indoor fish tank guy. I got into the hobby off and on over the years, and I wanted something more robust. I had seen on the internet that a lot of people would use hang on the back filters in their mini ponds. I decided not to go that route because I didn't like the look of it, because I was trying to create more of a natural looking environment with a lot of plants. So I went with the canister filter. As you can see, I just have it inside this box. I have the bricks in there just to make it sturdy so it doesn't move around. And I have the intake and the output, one going this way for the intake, and then it's fished around and coming out there, the output, and I have it pushing this way so you have a nice circulation, because for water movement to help the plants grow. And the fish, I think, like a current. Could be wrong, could be right. And what I did with the two is I just got two milk crates, one right side up, one's upside down, and I cut the top off. Not the top off, but I cut a section out of it to have the hoses come out, and then use a couple of little pieces of wood to hold it together. And that's the first part of my filtration. And about every 2 months I open her up and I clean her out, because to me, if it's a lot of work, I'm not going to do it. I'll be honest. I'm a lazy fish keeper, and I'm into the hobby to enjoy it and to create, and that's primarily it with me. I like the fish, I like the plants, but most importantly, I like it easy, because I'm going to be honest, if it was a ton of work, I wouldn't do it. So the initial work's a lot to do, but once you get it up and going, it gets easier and easier. Water changes, 6 months I do, mostly because I live in South Carolina and it's hot and it gets a lot of direct sunlight. I have more evaporation. You can see I'm in a wide open area with a lot of sun. And the first half of the day, the sun comes from out here and passes over my building. So the first half of the day, this thing gets blasted with sunlight, which is good because it helps the plants grow. Bad is you get a lot of algae. But the second half of the day, I think everything gets to rest and grow. The rest of my filtration is it's very heavily planted. I've learned through a lot of research that if you have more plants than you have fish, you'll be more successful and it'll be less work. So if the plants outweigh the amount of fish, it will be cleaner. I never vacuum the bottom of this, as I've said in a past video, because the fish poop feeds the plants create oxygen in return and feeds the fish. I do feed my fish once a day flakes, and that's about it. But I have this whole ecosystem going. I have a lot of water movement. As I showed you in the other video, down here inside that little pot, I have a bubbler to keep the water moving. That helps quite a lot. One of the other things that I do have is, and every time I try and film them, I can't find them, but there is a couple of snails in here. Oh, there's one right there. Mystery snail. If I turn everything off, you'll be able to see him. There he is. Mystery snail here. He's a good sized guy too, because if you look at him compared to the size of my thumb, he's a good size. There's two of them in there. I think there's a male and a female, or one turned into a male, or one turned into a female. Excuse me. And they eat a lot of the algae. If the algae gets out of control, and it's not quite out of control right now, I'll just take a kitchen scrubby pad that I have, and I'll scrub the sides and let the filter pick it up. About every 2 months I empty out the filter and replace some of the media in it, as far as like the white pad that goes on the top. That lasts me about 2 months, and then the 2 bags inside with the charcoal I replace every 2 months as well. A lot of the plants will help with the nitrates and eating the fish waste. Pothos plants eat nitrates, so I have these 2 pothos plants in little containers with holes in the bottom, and those will eat a lot of the nitrates as well. But once again, I mean, this is really low maintenance. A lot of work at first, a lot of changes over the year. But otherwise, it's been very easy to take care of. And I wouldn't do it if it wasn't easy. So if you're thinking about doing something like this, I wouldn't go with no filter. I think it's a lot more work, a lot more water changes, a lot more problems. All these fish have been in here for over a year. They've probably doubled and tripled in size, and they're doing very well. And that's about it. Thanks for watching.